Welcome back to Dream of Mirror Online. This is a special episode where I show you some of the higher level stuff which has changed due to the Christmas event update. As you can see, these very scary bandit Bow Wows have Christmas hats too, and they have little, November spans they always have, but they do have little Christmas hats. And it looks like I'm finally high enough level that they don't aggro. They do aggro, they're actually quite a pain to deal with, but here we are. Now I am high enough level that it's not an issue, and you can see they have Christmas hats, they're very cute. But this is a pretty high level area. Let's see, the Banded Bow Wow is level 39. Alright, so it turns out that Collington does in fact have some Christmas trees. I'm going to do a quick little run through and see if anything else is different. Let's see, we have some trees here, and I think this is the same. I don't remember that bird actually. And we have some little snowmen. Oh, snowmen are so cute. I love them. And to be a giant nerd, this is something I researched a few years ago because I was curious about it. You do have snowmen in East Asia, but they're actually called snow Buddhas. They would be the big round shape, look like the laughing Buddha statue. The Japanese version of the name is Yukidaruma, which means snow Buddha, and I can't remember the Chinese version of the name, but I believe it's something similar. So the snowmen would probably be a lot rounder, these sort of more traditional ones, in order to imitate the big fat laughing Buddha statue. But that's just a tiny little tidbit. Because, you know, you kind of wonder things like this. Like, is this a thing that people just did all around the world if they had snow? And yes, it is. I think if people had snow, they definitely did make shapes out of the snow. Why wouldn't you? It's so fun. Even in Australia, where I lived until I was 9, we did go up into the mountains where there was snow, and we got to experience it just up in the mountains. So it looks like there are just a few Christmas trees in Collington. It's not as dramatic a difference as as Eversun is, for example. So let's just take a quick sneak peek at some of these other areas. I've just realized that I'm kind of going in the wrong way if I want to get to the next area, Grosgreen Square. So there's a pet shop here, it's not very useful. Yeah, it looks like there's far less differences in this area. And I'm almost tempted to make this episode a little later when I've actually unlocked some of this stuff, because otherwise you guys are going to get a really big preview of the high level areas before we've reached any of them in the Let's Play. Oh, we'll see. Oh, look at that! Over there, that must be, I think, one of the player communities or something like that. Yes, that's practice ground, so it's not the player community, and it does have some more Christmas trees. As said, this is definitely not as dramatic a difference as Eversun, but I really appreciate that they've added it into some of these other cities as well, even if it's not quite as big a deal. I might have to fly at this point. Collington is built over a lake, and it's all just like floating islands, and it's very tricky to actually navigate it because of that. You have to find the right bridge, and not every island has a bridge to the right place. It's a little frustrating at times. I do get lost a lot, but oh gosh, it's so beautiful. I am going to do a proper flying tour of the cities later on in the series when I actually get access to these cities in gameplay, because I think that'll be a really neat thing to do, to really see them in detail like that and see all of their scenery. Probably be doing that in the daytime, but the cities are beautiful at all times of day. Alright, so it looks like there's just another Christmas tree and set of snowmen by the entrance to Giantwood Forest, which is the next area down. This is for the late 20s. And we can see if anything is different in Grosgreen Square. Yes, it is! The monkeys have hats too! Oh, I'm so happy! I don't even like these monkeys, although they're actually pretty good to fight against. I have a steel staff, which means that I would do a lot of damage to them. Well, obviously I'm higher level than them, but whatever. They also have Christmas hats. The boss doesn't. He's an area boss, the Barmy Banana Monkey. He has no hat. That's a shame. I think it would have been funny if the area bosses also had it. But now we know that the area bosses do not, in fact, have anything like that. Gosh, they do look slightly creepy, don't they? Ugh, those faces. But anyway, it is still very funny that they have the hats. And I'm gonna see if anything else in this area has little Christmas hats. I'm so unreasonably charmed by this feature. It's so cute that they did that. Well, I'm now in Copperhorn Mountain, which is the next area over after Swan Lake Basin, and look, the lizards have Christmas hats. I will actually get to showcase these in more detail when I get here in the game because I'm playing pretty rapidly at the moment. I will be able to reach this area in regular gameplay while the event is still going on, I believe. So this is just a quick little preview. In fact, I might space this episode out a tiny bit after I've done one or two more things as Cumlin, but I really wanted to showcase a lot of this stuff that I wouldn't be able to do as Cumlin because she is too low level. At this point, I think that only the lizards have hats, so I need to go to Darkdale. You know, Dragon's Den is right here. I could check if Dragon's Den and also Grizzly Garrison, which is a dungeon, have any Christmas hat enemies. I think that would be very funny. So I'll do that first, and then I'll show you any changes that have been made to Darkdale. Alright, so we're in Darkdale now, which is the second city over from Eversun, at least as far as level progression goes, not so much geography. And it also does have a lot of decorations. Now, while I explore this a little bit and show you what there is, I don't believe there are any events here. I think most of the events are limited to the Eversun area because it's the main hub world, and they probably don't want too many people to be blocked out of doing any of it. Whereas, if they do it in the really high level areas, no one's going to be able to actually do anything because they'll be too low level, or at least a lot of new players will be blocked out from it. So, I actually looked it up on the wiki and I found that this is a long-running holiday event which has been run on a lot of the different servers in the past. I must have just missed it when I was younger because I do not recall it. Either that or I did do it and I just legitimately don't remember, but I really don't remember it. So there is information on the wiki about it. You know how the cake maker was talking about wanting flour? Feel free to laugh at me. Flour is refined from the level-free farming material. Yup. I told you not to put points into farming because farming is practically useless most of the time, and ta-da, here is something you can use it for. So that's a little bit awkward. You get items from these NPCs for doing their quests, which are things like stockings, and they have a chance of giving you different items. They can give you temporary costumes. I've turned off players in town a lot, but you can get costumes in the game. Most of them have to be bought in the store. You know how that is. And some of them you can actually get for gameplay, rarely, or you can buy them from other users. And so there are different tiers of costumes. There are the temporary costumes, which usually only last a week to a fortnight, and then there are permanent costumes which last you forever. I don't know that I'm going to really be doing that in this Let's Play, but I do think since I love this game so much, and it is not pushy about monetization, unless you really, really, really want to spend money on it, you really don't have to. I think unless you're doing player versus player or something like that, or trying to get into like the level 70 plus areas, which is an insane task, you don't really desperately ever need to spend money on the game. I'm already at level 46 as Mian Mian, and I'm doing just fine on playing for free, so it's not something that is really strictly required. You can just play for free. But anyway, I might consider getting one pack of Super Points since I love the game a lot. I could spend what you would spend if you bought a game and just have that be my little contribution since I do love it a lot. But I wouldn't regularly spend points, buy money to spend points and on all that stuff. I don't think it's worth it. So I would do it once and decide on one thing which would actually be really useful to me, and that's about it. So there are a lot of Christmas trees in Darkdale, more so than in Collington. And so that is basically what you get. You also get a few items out of those stockings. It's sort of a gotcha thing, but you can get them through gameplay, so it's not like you're spending money. And you can also get some HP and NP recovery items, which are better than usual. Users do sell them in their stalls in Eversun City. I'll show that later. So since I don't have level 3 farming as Mian Mian, I'm not really sure what to do. That's forestry. As farming, I only have up to level 2 here, so I would either need to level up my commoner more and then do the farming, or I could just buy the flower once from another user in the city in Eversun, and it won't be very cheap, but that way I could at least show you the stocking item and we can just get a quick little look at it. I can do the quest. There's a quest in Phoenix Tower that one of the characters gives us for the holiday event, and I can do that. Phoenix Tower is very low level for level 46. I can do that no problem. It'll probably be quite a breeze. So I might do that. Unfortunately, since it's a big quest in Phoenix Tower, there may be a lot of people going in there as well and trying to get the items, so it might be a little busy. But we can check it out. Last thing to see besides Eversun itself is Big Bean City. That is one of the higher level cities as well, and it is not my favorite city, but one thing I do like about it is that it does not have many localized names. The majority of the NPCs have retained their original Chinese names, so I do like that. Alright, at this point I need to head to Big Bean City and show you any decorations that might be in that area, and then we can go to Eversun and start the quests. Well, before we go to Big Bean City, I actually have to show you, this is the other user who sells crafting materials, and they have much better prices. They are obviously in competition with the Grand Marshal. For them, the materials are priced according to the level of your collection. So the red powder, which is the lowest level, you can get for 300 gold each, which, as you can see, Mian Mian has 68k at the moment. I regularly make 10k plus while fighting monsters to train, so it's not bad. And the highest grade item is being sold for 1k. These are much more reasonable prices, but they don't have the flower. They only have the ones which you use for making weapons and armor. So I'm gonna have to see about buying some flower from the Grand Marshal if they have any, which they may not. I'm not the only one who says, is it really the most important? Look, they don't have it. They have dried rice, garlic oil, but they don't have flour. Well, there's a slight problem. I actually can't do that part of the quest at all. Oh well, let us go check out what Big Bean City looks like, and actually first I will pick up the quest here, because I can do this quest in Phoenix Tower, and then we will go to Big Bean City and see if it has any differences. Looks like Control P is not working as well at the moment. I don't know why. Very annoying. But we're not getting any crashes yet, so we'll pray that that works. Here we are, Reindeer Fairy. Let's get a quick zoom in on her so we can see her closer up. She is cute. And I'll just get rid of my hotkeys so that we can see her more clearly, except for my staff. Clearly that's in the way. I apologize. There we are. That's a nice view. She's really cute. The sprites are adorable. I am the Reindeer Fairy on the mission of delivering Christmas gifts to the kids. There was a king-size cuckoo family that came from Phoenix Tower and just took everything from me a few days ago. It all happened so fast. You gotta help me get those stolen gifts back. I really don't want to see those cute little faces get disappointed. I will do it. They took 20 yellow Christmas gift boxes, 10 pink, and 5 classic from me. I really hope you can bring all the gift boxes back. I will do that, but after I check out Big Bean City and see if it has any decorations. This might be a long episode. This is just the Christmas special episode, I think. Of course, it's already the 21st as of my recording, so that's... I told you the game crashes in Eversun. Alright, we are now in Phoenix Tower. It turns out that there were no changes in Big Bean City at all. It really is the most neglected city of the area. There are some in Swan Lake Basin, but we will see those as come in, probably the episode before this one, so there's no need to show it off just yet. So, it turns out that, yes, unfortunately, as I've said, you can sometimes get crashes in Eversun because of how heavily congested it is with other players. What you need to do in order to hide those players, if you're having trouble with that, is go to click this option. This is the Control P option, and you can then, it says hide my character, but it actually hides the other characters. Is that a mistranslation? I'm not sure. Maybe it does hide you too. Hide the player characters in town, and let's see, I suppose these aren't necessary. And this will also hide their pets. I suppose that's not really necessary, but fine, let's do it. And this is what you need set. I think I had this unclicked, so even hitting Control P did nothing. That is the way to make sure that you are not overwhelmed by players. Fortunately, if you do get a game crash, and I do think it's more common for me in heavy congested areas because I'm using OBS at the same time, the game does autosave quite frequently. Stuff like your inventory, that will be saved. You don't have to worry about losing anything. And the only thing that's unlikely to be saved if you don't log out properly is any changes you have made to your hotkeys. If you've put new moves on them or rearranged the moves and your game crashes, it only seems to say that on logout, so if you don't log out properly, then it won't work. However, I do have this quest now. I need 20 yellow Christmas gift boxes, 10 pink, and 5 classic. I'm actually going to quickly check the wiki. I bookmarked some of these and I will include them in include the links in a comment so we can see the Lost Christmas Gift Box operation. I need to fight the, let's see, King Size Cuckoo Egg, King Size Cuckoo Papa, and King Size Cuckoo Mama. So those are in the first 2 floors. Let's see, the eggs. It looks like there isn't anyone here. I don't have Control P on at the moment. That's interesting. Well, anyway, the King Size Cuckoo Eggs are level 22, so they are no trouble for me as a level 46 martial artist. But my goal here is just to do this quest and show it to you, not to actually train and have any sort of challenge. Some of these monsters in the second floor do aggro, so yeah, I think it's best to just not worry about that. Alright, I'm going to put on Lash Out for now. This is the Blade the Martyr art, and it's really good on martial artist. So here we are. I can just see if I can get some of these items to drop. It looks like they've dropped the extra bonus you were getting. Before there was like a 200% item drop bonus, and they've removed, lowered that to 50% extra for the Christmas event because they don't want it to be too easy. So here's another whipped cream. That's not so good. I need the Christmas boxes. But I will probably just do some of this off-screen, some of this on-screen, because while I do find it really weirdly relaxing to just sit around bashing monsters when I'm stressed out, it's not necessarily something that makes for riveting gameplay, especially when I'm higher level than them and they are absolutely zero challenge. So it is the King Size Cuckoo Papa, so yep, that's it. These are all non-elemental. Oh, here we got a gift box. So we did get our first gift box. Here it is. We need a whole bunch of them and then we can finish that up. And here's a whipped cream. I might actually try... Oh, here's the yellow Christmas gift box. Alright. Alright, I have finished up the quest in Phoenix Tower and I'm about to turn these in. It turns out I was a little mistaken because there are free items and there are 3 different enemies that drop them. I thought that each enemy dropped them respectively, but that's not the case. The King Size Cuckoo Eggs, the King Size Cuckoo Papas, and the King Size Cuckoo Mamas all just have a chance of dropping the different gift boxes, and the gift boxes have different levels of rarity. Obviously, the classic box, which you need only 5 of, has the lowest rarity. It took me a little longer than it would have with another job because martial artist doesn't have a lot of area of effect moves, so I had to do a mob and then kill them and then wait for the move to cool down and then I could do it again. So it took longer than it would have in a job with very good area of effect moves, but here we are, and Mian Mian is very impatient with me because I'm discussing this, but here we are, time to turn it in. Thank you so much for bringing them back, and I get the Gingerbread Man achievement. Is that like a title? And we get 5 magic gingerbread men and 2 Christmas stockings. This is the gingerbread man made by my exclusive recipe. Now it's yours. Aww. I'm glad I made her happy. So, the gingerbread man will, let's see, it will increase your attack and magic attack by 20%. I think it has a duration of 9 minutes. Let me check the wiki. Yes, 9 minutes. So that's pretty good if you're training a job or training a high level job, or if you're fighting a boss, but it's not something I'm going to use immediately, but it is decent. And here the Christmas stocking is an item which is more like a gacha. We open it. Wait, what? I'm a little okay, I need to check this. The Christmas stocking. What do you do with a Christmas stocking then? I thought you could open it. Maybe you need to take it to Santa closer to Christmas. Apparently Santa shows up in Eversun, so I may not be able to do it all right now. Well, that's a shame. I'm just going to quickly look at that. Sorry, but I am deeply curious. I don't want to miss all of this. So it looks like there's an event Santa Claus is coming. He shows up in Eversun City. It has not happened yet though. I have not seen him. So that's... He gives you... Ooh. It looks like it's a pretty difficult quest, but then you get the Rudolph horn, which is what this girl is wearing, I believe. So, okay, I don't know how to open the Christmas stockings. That's very strange. Is there anything I can do with that? I don't want to get this quest again necessarily, so I'm a little bit lost as to what to do. Where do I open the Christmas stockings? It just says I can't use them, which is very odd. I thought I could. And you see, I don't see any NPCs around here who would help me. I just see these guys. Am I hiding anyone I shouldn't be? I suppose I can. Alright, 257, 260. At the player community. Oh, I never go to those. Okay, no wonder I couldn't find it. Alright, the player community level 1 is over here. A little bit further south, down next to the summoning pool. So I can do that, and I can show you what those are. I'm not terribly excited by the items. It's stuff like a sled and Yule log, Santa hat. Oh no! Oh no, you can't turn them in for an item. I see, you need 20 Christmas stockings to get the Yule log, 50 to get the sled, and then 100 to get the Rudolph hat. Oh, so I would have to do this quest a lot, or I would have to do the other cake quest, which I don't have flour for. I will actually put this up and show you. Just give me a second to get the image set up, and then I'll do that. And scream at the game. No, it's fine. I honestly am not that invested in this event. I did want to show a little bit of it off, but it's just not very feasible. So here it is from the wiki. You can see that you need to do turn in a whole bunch of the Christmas stockings to get these. And that is good recovery, definitely, the Yule log and the Christmas cake, but I'm not really that invested in it at all. And especially like the Rudolph hat. I don't even normally wear costumes in the game. I like how I look just like this. Mian Mian is adorable. Why should I care? But let's go look at Santa here, because I have not been there before to see him. I didn't think that he would be in the player community, I suppose. Is he in this player community, or am I in the wrong area? I'm also using Control P, so that could be a problem. I don't think it should hide him. He should be an NPC. There they are. Why are there two? Alright, happy Christmas. I am preparing Christmas gifts for all children and packing them in cute Christmas stockings. But the amount of gifts is much more than Christmas stockings, so I am so worried about the lack of them. If you have some Christmas stockings to give, you can exchange some for gifts with me. Yep, here we are. I don't have enough. I only have 2. Yeah, but this honestly took a while. It wasn't terrible, but without better area of effect moves, it is not very fast, and I don't have flour, so there's a limit to what I can do. And here's the other Santa. I don't know why there are 2 Santas. This is really troubling. I had all of the Christmas gifts for this year prepared, but some young pranksters have stolen some of them. Can you go and get these Christmas gifts back for me? I am too busy right now to deal with them one by one. If you help me, I will give you a gift when you come back. I'm just gonna look at this. Thank you, that's simply wonderful. 3 kids each stole 1 gift. I will now tell you the kids' names and where they live. Take notes if you need to. The first lives in Eversun City and is called Liu Liu. She stole the picture book. The second one lives in Darkdale and is called Subaru. He stole the building blocks. The third one lives in Collington and is called Keiji. He stole the doll. Please find the 3 of them and get the gifts back. I am counting on you. Alright, I'm gonna look this up. I did bookmark it. You can do this quest, but I feel like this one is not very fast. Alright, so you need, Liu, if you talk to her, will ask for 20 bolstering broths. So you need to give them collection items and things like that. Oof. So you need to give 20 bolstering broths, which is a low level HP recovery item. If you put points into your alchemy, into your, actually you don't even need collection for it. You get it with dried mushroom and salt, which are grade 1. So you can make it by default, no problem. It requires alchemy level 0, and we got the recipe pot in Eversun City. So you could do that if you actually cared to do that. but I'm going to be brutally honest, I'm not that into this event. Oh, you know, this one is not that hard. And then the other one wants 10 down, and you get the item from it. You get the item from them for that. And then the last one wants dino sauce, which is refined from 20 dried lizards. You know, actually, I could totally do this one. The bolstering broths, you get a stack of how many for crafting it? You make 30 if you do it with alchemy, so I could absolutely do that. I could just go do that quickly with my lower level farming. I could actually do this one, so you know what? I will do it. I may consider buying from another user the items I need though, the down, because I don't really feel like sitting there doing the forestry for that long. We'll just take a look at all of this, but I absolutely could do this one. This one is not that difficult. And at least I can show off one of the items, even if I can't do all the stockings. I personally am like, this is cute enough, but I don't care to do it for the stockings when it just takes so long. So let's see what this person is selling. They do sell the down, and I can just get 10 down right away. It costs 3k, but Mian Mian has plenty of gold to spare. They don't sell any of the stuff for the farming and the fishing, so that's not an option, but that's okay. I think what I will do then is just go do that, and I'll do that quest for Santa, but I won't bother with some of the more detailed quests where you have to keep getting the items like the whipped cream and stuff. All you really get is more of these stockings, and you need so many stockings that I personally don't really consider it something I care to put a lot of time into. Alright, so I found Lioliol. She is hiding here near the in the planetarium area where one of the recipe pots is. So that's not so bad. What happened there? There we are. I had a letter in the chat box, and until you clean up the chat box, you can't use the arrow keys. Whoops. Alright, time to talk to her. Yikes, who are you? Yes, just like you said, I received a gift from Santa Claus. But I can't give it back just like this. I like bolstering broth a lot, though. Come on. If you can bring me 20 bolstering broth, I will give you the picture book I stole from Santa Claus. I read that a little incorrectly. I apologize. Sometimes my brain says, let's just hurry ahead, and I don't read out loud correctly. I feel like I'm decent at it, but sometimes when the text is a little bit awkward, sometimes I'm just like, who localized this? So this should make 20 if I did it correctly, and Mian Mian's alchemy level is not super high, it's only level 14, but it should be good enough to make the bolstering broth without a failure. Otherwise I have to go collect more materials. Why did I say that? I literally need to go back and collect more materials now. Why did I say that? Why did I tempt fate? Oy, 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 oy. Well, let me go do that. I just have really bad luck with alchemy lately. It's level 0 alchemy. There is no reason for it to fail. The game just hates me. So I'll go do that again. It doesn't take long to get the 20 materials, so it's not that big a deal. The game is just mocking me. Game, I'm telling everyone that you're such a wonderful, beautiful game and that everyone should play it, and overlook the fact that it's quite old by now. It's very charming, and instead you just want to mock me. Thank you very much. Anyway, I will do that. Fortunately, the other ones are very easy conditions to meet. Even this one is easy, I just have to get the materials. Oi! Alright. Alright, I am now back. I did successfully make the bolstering broth, but also look at the doggy. Hello! Scotty McCool. Oh, he's so cute. I love it. They're just these random weird little dogs and cats running around town. It's adorable. But anyway, I do have the broths to give to the girl now, so I can do that, fortunately. Hello. Wow, it's bolstering broth. You really did get them for me. I will return the picture book that I stole. I didn't mean any harm. Please say sorry to Santa Claus for me. Alright, now we need to go to Darkdale. She only took the exact amount she needed. Very nice. I mean, I don't need the bolstering broths. They only restore 9 HP every 5 seconds for 1 minute. Meanwhile, Martial Artist has level free Tranquil Turtle, which restores 90 HP increments. You can see that's a much better item. I am possibly going to be very lazy and teleport to Darkdale. I might actually go find the ferryman and show you how that works. It's just, save some time. So I need to go to Darkdale and give the other kid his gift, and then I need to go to Copperhorn Mountain and get the dried lizards. So that's something I can do. I got a lot of gold by grinding for the Christmas gifts in Phoenix Tower, so why not? Why not save some time? So you can see here, it costs 1k, but he can instantly transport you. And you can sometimes get items which will teleport you, but they don't show up all the time. Other users sell them usually for a little bit less than 1k, like 700 gold. I'll show you that in the stalls some other time, but at some point I will do a tour of the stalls in town and you can really get a look at what they give you. But yeah, for now, let's just finish up this next part of the quest. We need to find Shu Balu, who is at 351,162, and he wants down, so I can already give him that. 351,162, where's that going to be? I'm really bad at using this. No, it's not that. It's definitely not there. See, I'm very bad at using this. It must be in here. Okay. I don't know if I've ever even been into that little area. There's just so much in this game. Okay, here we are. So this is actually a fairly easy quest. Even if you don't want to do some of the other ones, you definitely could do this. I'm probably going to, as Conlin, still do this quest before it ends. I've looked it up, and the previous instances of the quest of the Christmas event usually last just until the end of December or the beginning of January, like December 28th, January 2nd, and I will be able to fly by that point, so it's not such a big deal. Is he in here? I thought he was in here, unless he's being hidden by the Christmas gifts, which is possible. No, he's definitely not in their little cacti garden. Huh. I told you I have a really bad sense of direction. Have I told you that? How many times in this Let's Play have I told you that so far? I really do. It's kind of dreadful. No, here he is. All right. It's just... Here we are. He is a Shura kid. Who are you? I'm here to scold you. Drax, you still found me after I went and hid. You were here for the gift I stole from Santa Claus, right? Yeah, what else am I supposed to do? But I am not giving it back just like that. Bring me 10 down and I will give you back the gift I stole from Santa Claus. Alright. Shu Balu. I'm actually going to show you on the screenshot from the wiki. You can see that the characters' names are constantly changing in how they're spelt. It's very confusing. I'm going to guess the first one, XU, is correct because that's how the term Shu is pronounced in Chinese, is written in Pinyin, and Shu sounds more like a family name than Shu, which I'm not pronouncing that right. Shu. They're a different character, and my Mandarin pronunciation is not incredible. I apologize. I do try, but I definitely have a strong accent. Maybe one day I'll get better at that. Alright. Oh, I was so distracted. Oh well, he wants it down because it'll be warm when he sleeps. Okay, we now have the building blocks, and at this point we need to go find some dried lizards, and then we can get them refined into the dino sauce, which is what the last character in Collington wants. This is why I need to be able to fly, because as Conlin, because I'm not able to fly at the moment, and Collington is somewhere which I can't walk to at the moment at such a low level. I will die. But I could fly there and just avoid all of the enemies that way. There are some enemies which might aggro on me though if I tried to walk there at the moment. Otherwise I might, because I really would like to get that item as Conlin, who I'll be playing as the most often, but I may have to wait a little bit. Okay. Let's get a very quick preview of Copperhorn Mountain, which I'm probably not quite at in the Let's Play, and we'll just see what the lizards look like. They should be right here at the entrance. A lot of the different lizards drop the dried lizard item. In fact, let me go look that up. You know, I love looking all this stuff up. This is the one game where I do this. Most of the time I'm super casual. With this game I'm like, no, I can do everything in insane detail. So the big lidded lizard, little lidded lizard, lizard leader. Okay, all of the lizards drop it, no problem. And you see Autowalk ran me into a tree. Lovely. A cactus, not a tree. Whatever, a cactus is a desert tree, right? Alright, so I need to get some of the dried lizard. It shouldn't take too long to get it, although I first need to get away from the orange organ grass. So I will do that, and then I will get it refined and meet you in Collington to find the last little character who needs to be punished very soundly or rewarded with a gift for stealing. Oh, whatever. Okay, let's look at the lizards in their little hats again. Look at how cute they are. I love them. Right, I need a staff, and what element do the lizards have? Fire, so maybe don't use the metal staff. Let's use the plain zephyr staff. There we are, you can see the difference. The steel staff is useless against fire enemies, even when they're super low level against you. Alright, so time for me to do this, and I will meet you in Collington. Alright, I am now in Collington. I have the refined dino sauce. Essentially, the dried lizard is a secret refining material. You don't normally need it, but there are a few quests where you need to refine 20 of them into the dino sauce. So I'll talk more about that later when I do some quite other quests involving it, but that's the case. Koji is over here on this little island where there is a fishing collection area. And as you can see, the spelling of his name changes all the time. I actually think it might be He because He is a very common Chinese surname, and I'm not sure about Ke as a common name. But anyway, who knows? Let's not poke him with my staff. Maybe let's take that off for now. All right. Oh, you found me. Why did you come here? It's the gift that I stole from Santa Claus, right? Yes. I can give it back to you, but on one condition. Oh, what is that? I already know. Bring me a bottle of dino sauce in exchange for the doll I stole from Santa Claus. I won't give it back to you otherwise. Alright, I already got it. Is that the dino sauce? Well, I did promise, so here's your doll. Please say sorry to Santa Claus for me. I won't be naughty anymore. Look at that face. Does that look like the face of a well-behaved child? I bet he will indeed be naughty again. Look at him. Well, anyway, it is time to teleport back to Eversun and take care of that quest. It's kind of awkward because I'm not going to be playing as Mian Mian very much at this point in the game, but at the same time I do want to show you the reindeer hat. Oh, a little torn. I've already done this as Mian Mian, so I might as well just put it in the video. Yeah, let's just get it. Even if I don't use it a very great deal, it's okay. I may have to do a few little things. I might pretty soon be doing the first mirror quest. I feel like you can do that in the 20s. Ninja Cat! Does it have a Naruto headband? I have to take a closer look. Hey, get over here! Yes, it does! That's very funny. I like it. Alright, time to go talk to Santa and turn in the stuff and all of that. I do not care to do the other quests, but this one I thought was fine. It did take me a little bit of a while to get the dried lizard. It seems like snakeskin is a higher frequency drop from the lizards than dried lizard, but it was fine. And also, the refining would have been a lot faster if I didn't fail in my first alchemy attempt. Mian Mian needs to get her alchemy up higher. Ho ho, you got them all back. You've really done me a huge favor. Now I can give gifts to every child. Let me thank you for your help. Here, take this Rudolph's horns as a gift. Good luck. Happy Christmas. And I also get Saving the Lost Sheep as a title I can put on, although I'm probably not going to use that. And you know what, even though as I said, I'm not going to see a lot of use out of them because they're a 15-day item. And yes, it is calculated in actual time, not just gameplay time, which is a bit of a shame. But you know what? This will be nice because Mian Mian has the Roaring Helm, which is not the prettiest helmet. I mean, it's fine, it has nice decorations, but it covers a lot of her face. However, if I put the costume on... Actually, I believe you do have a wardrobe you can put costumes in. No. Or the wardrobe doesn't have any space. Okay, that's the problem. But anyway, it doesn't matter. See, now it has completely overlaid the regular helmet and I just have the reindeer horns. It's unfortunate that it only lasts for 15 days, but what can you say? It's fine. Mian Mian is very cute. So, I think that with that, the very long Christmas special episode is over. If I find any other Christmas quests which are still available, I can still just do them later. But for now, the special episode is done, and we are going to be getting back to our regularly scheduled gameplay next time. As always, thank you so much for watching, and until next time,